The HyperBDR Disaster Recovery Quote Calculator is a pricing tool launched by OnePro Cloud. It is dedicated to helping users easily calculate the cost of disaster recovery. In the early stages of planning, users can use the rough estimation mode to lock the cost range. They can also make accurate quotations with the precise estimation mode based on a specific list of DR hosts and DR requirement. This enables enterprises to optimize resource allocation, adapt to market changes, and stay competitive. The overall cost of disaster recovery mainly includes the following two parts. Part 1, resource costs, includes the expenses incurred during the disaster recovery process, such as the cloud hosts, disks, network, snapshots, and storage consumed by backup, drills, and takeover. Additionally, there are the costs associated with the deployment of the HyperBDR software, including the Cloud Sync Gateway and the HyperBDR console itself. Part 2, DR license costs. During disaster recovery, the calculation rule of license is that each host protected consumes one license, and licenses can be subscribed annually or monthly. Now, let's begin the demonstration on how to use the calculator. Firstly, in terms of service scenario, backup and replication are selected by default, while DR drills and DR takeover are optional. Let's take a use case as an example. An enterprise is planning to DR its finance and production workloads from VMware to Huawei Cloud. The specific host configurations are not yet detailed. The project has some estimated requirements. 10 hosts, approximately 25 disks with a total storage capacity of 10,000 gigabytes, 94 CPU cores, and a total memory of 600 gigabytes. The enterprise emphasizes high data protection and requires disaster recovery drills to be conducted twice a year. Based on the above information, we choose the rough estimation mode, select Huawei Cloud, and we choose AP Singapore as an example for the region. HyperBDR offers two disaster recovery modes of block storage and object storage. You can choose one mode, or you can choose to compare the quotes of the two modes. For this demonstration, we chose cost comparison. Since cross-region or cross-platform transmission of object storage will incur costs, it is necessary to confirm the DR scenario. Here we select the same cloud cross-region option. Regarding DR configuration, 10 hosts with a total disk capacity of 10,000 gigabytes. It is recommended to choose a high I/O disk type for its cost-effectiveness, but other types can also be selected according to actual needs. 25 disks, 94 cores CPU, and the total memory capacity is 600 gigabytes. Please note, the platform will automatically match the cloud instance specifications that best fit the source configuration. If you receive a message saying no cloud instance specifications matched, or if you believe the selected instance does not meet your requirements, you can choose custom specifications for option. Since we are at the rough quotation stage and do not have detailed configuration information, we can estimate an average CPU specification, such as a 12 cores and 96 gigabytes memory. Then, based on the search results, select an appropriate instance and click to submit. You can see that the AM7.3X Large 8 Cloud instance with a 12 cores and 96 gigabytes memory have already been matched successfully. Next, we select the number of snapshots for data sync. As this client has high requirements for data protection, we will fill in a maximum number of 128 snapshots here. We then schedule 2 drill plans, each session lasting 2 hours, and 1 takeover plan lasting 12 hours. The system defaults to calculating network costs using the pay-as-you-go for data transfer method. Users need to make a rough estimate of the total daily data change volume, which will affect the storage cost. We select 5% for this demonstration. As for the DR cycle, you can choose the DR cycle based on actual usage needs, with a minimum of 1 month and a maximum of 12 months. Here we chose the 12-month cycle. The next topic is DR software component. The Cloud Sync Gateway is configured only in the block storage mode and is used to receive sync data from the source host. To ensure a certain level of disaster recovery efficiency, we recommend to selecting an 2 cores 4 gigabytes instance of S3 Large 2 with 40 gigabytes high I/O disk. You can also customize the specifications, and in this scenario, we recommend having 2 Cloud Sync gateways. The HyperBDR console requires a single instance for deployment. You can also customize the specifications by choosing custom specifications. We recommend to selecting a 8 cores 16 gigabytes instance of S3.2X Large 2 with 200 gigabytes high I/O disk. Last but not least, the number of licenses has been automatically filled in according to the number of hosts entered. Once you enter the license price, A rough quotation will automatically appear in the bottom left corner of the page. You can click on the Detail List button to view a detailed price breakdown. Then you can click on the Export Details option located at the bottom right corner to export the detailed cost breakdown. From the exported document, the costs calculated by the platform are clearly presented. You can make further configurations in the spreadsheet by adjusting the discounted amount. Please be kindly reminded that the quotation of cloud resources is not synchronized with the official cloud website in real time. This calculation is provided for reference only. We suggest to confirm with the official channel of Huawei Cloud when making an official offer. When client's project progresses towards deployment, we might receive a more detailed host configuration list, including specific details about each host's CPU, disk data, and the DR strategy. At this stage, we can choose the precise estimation mode. Similarly, here we choose the Huawei Cloud and Singapore region. Select cost comparison for same cloud, cross-region. Based on the customer's configuration list, you can directly add hosts here to input the configuration data for multiple hosts. Alternatively, you can choose to download the template, fill in the data, and import the details. Here is the DR configuration table for 10 hosts that has been filled out in the template based on the project. Import the configuration list, upload the prepared disaster recovery configuration table, and click Submit. The configuration list for the 10 hosts have been successfully imported. Similarly, select a data change rate of 5%, a DR cycle of 12 months. Both Cloud Sync Gateway and HyperBDR Console are configured with the recommended settings. After completing all the contents, you can see the estimated costs presented in the bottom left corner of the page. You can click on the Detail List to view a detailed breakdown of the billing items. By clicking on Export Details, you can review the calculation form. That's all of our demonstration. Please note that the calculation content is only for reference. If you need a formal quotation, you can contact our sales team at any time. For more information, please contact us at inquiry@oneprocloud.com. Thank you very much for watching.